Hi, Boilermaker family. This is Coach Norbert Elliott. I certainly hope each and every one of you is safe and practicing good social distancing. Before I begin to tell you what cross country and track and field has been doing, I just want to commend our athletic department for doing such a phenomenal job of adjusting literally on the fly. From academics to strength and conditioning to nutrition, they've all had to come together to make this all work. And I just want to commend them for doing such a fantastic job. On a more personal note, it's been a huge adjustment for me, but in particular, my grandson, Trey. He is now a coronavirus expert, knows all about it, doesn't quite understand when I tell him to stay away from his friends, but he's trying. I'm sure many of you have loved ones, maybe kids in the family, grandkids, and so I'm sure it's been an adjustment for you as well. For us coaches, it's been a huge adjustment. From seeing our kids on a daily basis to literally not seeing them at all and having Zoom meetings, it's been a huge adjustment. But I want to commend the student athletes for just understanding and accepting it and just adjusting on the fly and dealing with it. When this all occurred, we were literally at the indoor NCAA championships in New Mexico. We had 5 athletes qualified. We had Brian Faust in the 400 meters. We had Isaiah Martin in the heptathlon. We had Samson Colebrook in the 200 meters. And Wasim Williams in the 60 meters, along with Janae Moffitt, our lone female athlete in the high jump. We were on the track, like I said, and there was an announcement that came over the PA system. And immediately, literally the next day, we were flying back home. Meanwhile, here on campus, our student athletes were getting ready to go celebrate their spring break. Who knew that they would leave campus to never return again? Shortly after we got back to campus, it was announced that classes would be online, that student athletes returning from spring break would literally be encouraged to stay home, that all spring sports would be canceled. It was a shocker to a lot of our coaches and student athletes and support staff, but through it all, I think we're adjusting and we're starting to get somewhat used to this new normal. We are a 3-sport team. We start off with cross country, and then we transition to indoors and then outdoors. Obviously, the outdoor season, our spring sport was canceled, but I want to give you a few highlights starting with cross country. Our men's team just had a phenomenal cross-country year. Obviously, it was highlighted by our 4th place finish at the Big Ten Championships. And then we went on to win the Great Lakes Regional Championships. That win qualified us for the NCAA Championships, which was held in Terre Haute, Indiana. And we were able to finish 11th overall at the National Championships. That hadn't been done. In fact, both place finishes, the regional place finish as well as the NCAA place finish, hadn't been done in many, many years. I think it was the 1950s. Our women's cross-country team is still young and still building and finished 11th, and that ended their season. Then moving on to the indoor championship, our men finished 6th, right in the middle of the pack. And I really want to highlight our women's performance. Last year, we were 11th and moved all the way up to 7th place, which was just a really good showing for them. Let me highlight a couple of performances indoors. I want to highlight Janae Moffitt winning the high jump, Wasim Williams winning the 60-meter dash. Want to highlight our freshman phenom. He's also a football player, Marcellus Moore, who actually scored in the 60 meters as well as the 200. Also want to highlight our women's 4x4 team winning the championship there. So overall, some really good highlights and a strong finish. Finally, I want to recognize our graduating senior athletes. I want to thank them for their dedicated service. You guys are Boilermakers through and through, and please don't forget us. And then finally, to you, JPC members and members of our Boilermaker family, thank you for your continued support. It means a lot to us, especially during this time. And let's hope to see each other with a fresh start this coming fall. Thank you.